windy out today. But winter's here. It's official. And we are still needing to get the old rabbit shelter ready for the chickens because this is going to be the winter chicken run. So they're going to be able to get into their coop still. So we're going to back it up to this, and then they're going to be able to get out kind of the back of the coop and then come out in here and forage. We also have to cover all the windows with plastic because drafts for chickens, they can withstand the cold, but the drafts are what is really damaging for them. So I've just covered up most of the vents in the coop. I leave a couple of open so there is some airflow so that the moist air can get out. Definitely on the high side, but the rest I've covered up to try and reduce the drafts. And then I also, as you saw, gave them a treat of apples. So we collected a bunch of apples and they're delicious. They're so good. So I'm feeding those to the chickens every couple of days to give them a little bit of a treat. When you keep chickens in really tight quarters and they don't have anywhere to go, we have 16. And so, you know, that there's plenty of room, but it's nice for them to have something to distract them. So the apples are going to do a good job. So Brian and I don't think we're going to do this project today. I have to go move some firewood and do some other chores. We're going to get into this project tomorrow to try and close this in and then kind of see where we're at. With the snow, it might be hard to back the coop up here. So we're supposed to get a little bit of a thaw or a melt this week. So we're going to wait for that. Getting there. Brian got these two windows closed in and the top closed up. I just finished closing up the other top and all I have left is to do those two windows there and then we'll be ready. So we have too much snow right now to move the chick wagon. They're happy where they are. I've been feeding them apples, which they've been totally loving. And so we're supposed to have a little bit of a melt this week. When that happens, hopefully we're going to be able to drive it around, back it up. I might just have to build a new ramp because the back doors of the coop are a little bit higher than where I have the entrance or the ramp coming out of the front. And then I'm also in here probably going to build some perches and things that they can kind of hop up and down on instead of just walking on the ground. But other than that, we're pretty much ready to go. All right, good morning, everyone. As you can see, some of our snow has melted and we are taking advantage of this little warm break in the weather to move the chicken coop. So we are moving it from here all the way over there. And one thing about the chicken coop is that it is very tippy a little bit. Because the coop, we built it so high, I'm always just worried that it's going to roll over. So I'm going to have Brian. He's going to move it. He's the expert. Toyota. Whew, we got her close, but not all the way. It is really hard to back that trailer up with a truck. The four-wheeler, it's no problem, but the truck is tricky. Well, not no problem, it's tricky, but with the truck, it's even harder. So we're gonna leave it here and then maybe put the tractor on it to see if we can get it right snugged up with the tractor. We're not putting the chickens in here just yet. We have to clean it out a little bit more and do a couple things, but at least they're closer to where they're going to end up before there's a ton of snow. Enrichment for the day. That's gonna be awesome. Look at how close it is. Keep driving, Tex. Hey guys, we have our work cut out for us in the next couple of days. We got the chicken coop backed up to the coverall or whatever this thing is called, the Quonset, I don't know what it's called. And the chickens haven't really gone inside, and that's because they can't get in here. So I have to build, like they're coming to check it out. I have to, I'm not letting the dogs in here right now, but look at how this is going to be nice. So I cleaned out their coop, put it all down on the floor in here, and then I'm going to top dress this with new shavings. But it's kind of dark. So because the chicken tractor covers kind of the windows, I'm going to string some Christmas lights in here, make it really festive for them. And we have some strung in the coop. Look at them. This is what they do all day now because it's kind of dark and cold and they don't like the cold. So I have to build a little ramp here to get them up here. And then I'm going to somehow cover this, probably with just a board. I'm probably just going to tack a board, something like maybe like from here to the top of this door, because this door stays open. And then a ramp that comes, hang on. What my plan is to build a ramp from the bottom of the coop up to here so that they can get up. I'm going to move their food and their water down into the Quonset because there's electricity in here. Then I'm going to take a board and basically bridge this gap so that they can kind of just walk across. And then I'm going to build a ramp from the top of this door down into the coop. And then I'm going to build a bunch of structures in here that they can kind of play around on and jump up and down. And then hopefully I'll entice them to come down into here because I do not want them spending all of winter in this part of the coop, and they won't go outside, as you can see, when it's cold out. It's so funny. They don't like the wind, and I get that. So there are some gaps in the coop still. I'm going to try and close a couple of those in, but a fully airtight coop isn't good either because it doesn't allow good airflow. So I'm going to work on measuring right now for this ramp coming out of the coop and try and devise something that's going to work for them getting from here from their coop into this area. Hey girls, gotta build you something. And I'm gonna attach it right to the floor. Very similar to that other one. Okay, so it has to be at least 17 long, and let's make it that wide. So 16 by 17 is gonna work. Okay, hang tight. And then what is this one? Oh, I should have brought something to write on. 17, 18, and then I don't want to make it to 64. That looks good. Okay. It's a disaster in the shop right now, and Brian has a big load of wood. This is oak. He's going to kill me, so don't tell him, because I'm making the chicken ramp out of solid 15-inch wide piece of red oak. He's going to kill me. Oh, but honestly, it has sat in the pile for a long time. He's probably got some very important craft project that this is for. I should go check that pile and see if there's more, just in case it's for something really important. Okay, plan B. There's some not so good stuff. This is a nice clear piece that he's got, so I'm glad I didn't cut it. I was just being lazy. So I'll put this back. Okay, now I need my protection. Okay, this sucker, talking loud because I got earplugs on. It's too wide to cut on the chop saw, so I'm gonna square it off. This doodad. Okay, now there's a little bit of a check and a big old knot, but we should be okay. So I said 17 inches. And so I don't cut into the table. This sucker's probably gonna cup like crazy, but it's just a chicken ramp. I'm gonna have to pre-drill some of this, I think, also, so that, yeah, because oak is really hard. And I can't remember, did I say 64? Now that I've cut that off, it's probably not 64 inches long. Actually, I'll take this in and see. So now I have to cut some strips, little, like, I don't know, footing strips for the little birdies. 1, 2, 3-ish. Fourteen inches long. Drives Brian crazy because when I do a project, especially if it's just for like chickens or something, I just like make it work. I don't care. Chickens don't care. It doesn't have to be pretty. When he does stuff, he likes it perfect. That's where we differ. No, I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to say. Whoa. That's what I'm gonna say. Brian likes it perfect, but usually doesn't quite finish the project. I don't need it perfect, but I finish the project. So which would you rather have? I feel like I'd rather have something that's functional and finished than something that's not fit perfect, but not functional, right? Not finished. Hopefully my little chicken feet, these aren't too wide, like tall, so that they don't feel like they can't walk up it. They got wings. What am I saying? They'll fly. Nope. Okay. Now, that done. I'm gonna need some bigger screws, but I do have some screws in here. I have to clean this out every once in a while. Okay, so should we bring all this, check this, figure out something to put between. Okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna go check and see if this fits. I put a flat board across here. I screwed a support on the back side of the coop, and then I screwed this to both the Dutch door and here, so it's a nice level surface. And then this I'll open in the morning, and then I also built a ramp on the inside so that they can come up across here. And now all I have to do, one of these is longer, is nail or screw a support across here for this to lean on. So this, I'm going to put this up, but it's going to be temporary because I need to be able to get in there to feed them and give them fresh water still. But once I get basically once we get the heater and the water set up in here, the food and the water set up in here, they won't need it anymore. So that's a good angle. They don't like it too steep. I got a hodgepodge of stuff in my belt. Who knows? I just need some longer screws to tack that down, and then I can take it on and off as needed. But I'm gonna try it tomorrow, and actually I can still get in here with the ladder. I know you guys don't like all this noise. I know. She's solid. Okay, and then we'll just screw on some steps. I don't even know if it's important to have these, but chickens don't mind it. I feel like it helps them. Get up and down. That. Okay. I feel like now this door won't open at all, which is fine. We might need to put something here to block that, maybe, so that it's a straight chute. And we're probably going to put something over top as well, like some plastic to block snow that comes in. But otherwise, I think this is going to be pretty nice for them. Okay, girls and guy, that's it for tonight. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow night I'll get home in enough time that I can check the Christmas string lights, because I know one section is out, so I have some spare bulbs. I'm going to check that and then hook up some lights in here and bring their heated water and their food down in here, and then we'll be ready for winter. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is your winter digs. They're all looking like, what are we supposed to do? These are always the two brave souls that come out. Yeah, good morning. Look at this nice dry space. It's raining this morning. It's gross. It's raining and cold. It's a little out in here with the plastic, so it might take them a bit, but we're gonna move the big feeder down into here and hopefully coax the girls down. And I'm gonna go get some sunflower seeds in hopes that I can encourage them, but at least the ramp's working. A little bit of rain is getting in between the coop and this area, so might have to put a few more boards on there so they can get up. But at least two have come down in here. We put the lights in to make it a little bit brighter in here during the day. All right, almost the whole gang is down. So once Hugh came out, everybody decided to come with him. Oh, here comes a Bielefelder. That's saying something right there. I listened to a podcast about Bielefelders yesterday. There's a podcast called Coffee with the Chicken Ladies, and they feature different breeds, and they featured the Bielefelder yesterday. Apparently, well, it's a German breed, and it's also called the Uber chicken. It's the one directly behind the water. Aw, you guys are happy. This will be a nice space for you in the winter time to get out of the coop. I even gave you apples. They've been loving these hanging apple strings. They just pulverize them. It's pretty awesome. Good morning. Hi. Come on out. All right. Let's eat some food. No snacks today. You're all right. It's just me. Oh, goodness. Why are you guys so twitchy? Come on in. Yeah. I'm giving you food. Well, we've got the girls and Hugh all set up in their new kind of winter coop, and they seem to really be enjoying it. They like having a place to kind of come out that's bigger than their coop, and the days aren't too cold yet. I'm going to open up the front ramp just in case they want to go out and explore. There's still grass under the chick wagon, so you know, they do have that opportunity, but once we get a fair bit of snow on the ground, they won't want to go out. So I hope you're all ready for winter. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.